Hi there, we are back again. The question mark with Ayrton Senna Super Monaco GP2. After a little week off, we come back for season 7. And I do hope this is the last season. I'm going to be honest. I know some people seem to really enjoy this series. I'm hoping this is it for me, to be honest. I'm hoping this is the last series. And we are going to race with Senna to start things off this season in America. A race that we absolutely have to win. If we're going to win the championship, we've got to win this one. I'm going to say this. I think if we win the championship, I might see what happens in like the next season. But other than that, I won't continue. If we don't win the championship, then I more than likely will continue. Because as I say, I feel a little bit of a... I don't know what it is, sort of... that it's my duty to go all the way and win this World Championship, no matter how many seasons it takes me. But I am eager to leave Ayrton Senna Super Monaco GP2 behind me, if I'm perfectly honest, because we've played it over and over again, and people have seen the same tracks over and over again, and seen me fail over and over again. And I think if they don't see me succeed finally, then any small number of people that did start watching this channel with any regularity will absolutely stop if I cannot stop playing this game. Saying that, I guess that's the main reason why most people do watch this channel, if they do watch it regularly, is for Ayrton Senna Super Monaco GP, because it's the only consistent thing that we've had on the channel right from the get-go. It is, to many people, what the channel is about. It was never intended to be that way. This was always intended to be kind of, I don't know, like a random sampling of old games from my childhood, and you know, mainly Mega Drive games, because that's what I had, and give me an excuse to play those games, and give me an excuse to keep myself busy when I've got some free time. So it was never intended to be something that would be kind of just Ayrton Senna Super Monaco GP, or about that game, or about motor racing games for that matter. There will be other games that are kind of motor racing type games, I would imagine, that are going to be covered on this channel. In fact, I already know of one that I want to do, and I'm kind of quite eager to do it, but we won't get to it as quickly as we would have done if we have to keep playing this game. So, as I say, we have to win this World Championship at some point, and we have to win this race today if we're going to have a chance of winning the World Championship this season. 4 laps to go. Senna's just ahead of me. Second place is right there as well. We'll go past them now. We've overtaken Senna. And to be honest, even though it was a bit tricky there, I haven't got any real concern about America. This should be a race that we win. No problem at all. And as I say, that's why we absolutely have to win it, because you know it's a race that is almost tailor-made for a person to just race around without actually having to take their finger off the accelerator. And I say finger because I am indeed still playing on a keyboard for Ayrton Senna Super Monaco GP2. So the other games I'm playing on this channel, I've been playing with a control pad, the PlayStation controller that I've got for my PS4. But I'm not doing that for this game, because I've kind of got into a rhythm with this, so I've kind of stuck with the keyboard. I also feel like I did try it with the controller as a kind of test, and I found it much harder. So I'm going to stick with the keyboard until we win the World Championship ultimately. Thank you for your view if you are watching today. Please, you know, if you are enjoying this, give it a like and give us a subscribe. It'd be nice to see our subscriber numbers go up a little bit again. I'm recording this the day after the first episode of Aladdin goes up, so that shows you maybe how far ahead I'm getting with the channel. The reason I'm doing that is I'm really trying to stockpile episodes. I want to keep providing a new video every single weekday at 6 o'clock, and because of that, I'm really wanting to make sure I stockpile, so that if I do go through a week or two where I'm like, I just can't bring myself to play Ayrton Senna Super Monaco GP2, for example, then I can take that week or two and just take the time off of doing this stuff. So I'm really stockpiling the episodes. But that episode went out, the episode of Aladdin, the first one, went out yesterday, and so far not many people have watched it, which I guess I was kind of expecting. But I also had some decent numbers on one or two of these videos for Ayrton Senna Super Monaco GP2, so I was hoping that the Aladdin episodes might catch on as well. Of course, by the time you're watching this, if you are watching this, you'll know that that series only went for 3 episodes. So not really long. We did a couple of then sort of random bits and pieces. We've since had season 6 of this show and a full week of Donald Duck in Quackshot. We win the race. We win this race in Senna Super Monaco GP2. We won the American Grand Prix. Senna came second, as he was always going to, because we rivaled him. I don't think we're going to rival him in Brazil. I think I'm going to be really brave and actually rival a team below me, because I want to keep Senna as close as I can within distance so that I can catch him for the championship. And I'm not 100% confident that we're going to get a good result here in Brazil. Saying that, we kind of need to make sure we're top 3 no matter what happens if we are going to challenge for the title. So there we go. But yeah, we're going for the next race. And yeah, I was saying we've done a whole week of Quackshot. So if you've kind of arrived at the channel here and this is the first time you've ever watched a video, you might want to go back and watch some of that other stuff. You might not want to. I'm the only thing that connects those other games with this game is that they were both available on the Sega Mega Drive, or Genesis as it was known in America, and that they're old. I mean, that's it, isn't it, really? And they were out in the 1990s, I suppose, is another thing they've got in common. But yeah, not an awful lot. I think all the games I've played have been pre-94 so far, so that's interesting as well. 4th place in qualifying for Brazil, just behind the Ferrari. I think there's a real chance I beat my rival here, and I think I'd be happy with 2nd. I would be happy with 2nd. We've not done particularly well in Brazil during the course of our kind of career, if that's what we really can call it, on this game. It's not a career mode really, even though I've called all these videos a career mode. This is not career mode, it's just World Championship mode really. But you get multiple seasons, and we've had to have multiple seasons, otherwise we'd have failed at this a long time ago, and we'd have finished it a long time ago, so I suppose there's that. Anyway, we're in the lead. We have somehow got a good enough start to get us in the lead, and that could be exactly what we need to get the result we want here, because with no traffic, we've removed my greatest weakness. The Ferrari is just behind me, and he is catching. It's gradually creeping up behind me. But we should be able to lose him a little bit around these next couple of turns, and we should be a little bit faster than him as well in this car. The Williams is a bit of a stronger car than the Ferrari. And also with him being in 2nd, that means Senna is not 2nd. So this could be a real opportunity here to create some distance between myself and Ayrton Senna. And maybe I should have rivaled him, although again, if I had done that, he would definitely be in 2nd right now. So not such a bad thing after all that I didn't rival him either. Of course, coming up in the 3rd and 4th races in the season is San Marino and Monaco, which we regularly have problems with. Didn't do too badly in San Marino in season 6, so maybe this year we do a bit better. Don't know. We'll find out when we take it on in a moment. And then it'll be Monaco, and I don't know whether that will... I think it will probably... Well, it will depend whether I crash or not at San Marino as to whether that will be part of this episode or the next episode. This is episode 31, I think, of this series. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. If you're somebody who's watched... By the way, if you are somebody who's watched every one of those videos for this series, then you are an absolute trooper, because I've no idea what it is that is bringing you back. I really don't. Maybe, as I said, maybe just the pain that I'm going through is somehow entertaining. But I would imagine that you're also experiencing that same pain, so I can't imagine it being too enjoyable. So, 3 laps to go. Cruising a little bit here, really. 3.9 seconds from Ferrari. I mean, this season couldn't have started much better than this. And I think it's just a case of us trying to do what we can to finish this off, and then do what we can at kind of San Marino, which is the next race. I don't expect massive things from that one, but I mean, the way we've started, would it be incredibly naive of me to hope, above all hopes, that we could win in San Marino? Doesn't feel realistic, but also doesn't feel like it's impossible anymore. Maybe we're just getting carried away with the start we've had to this season. Lap 5 of 6 now. We are way 5 seconds ahead of the Ferrari. He's still in second, which is great. Stay in second, because that means Senna will be at most be in third. In fact, Senna or whoever has just passed the Ferrari. He's dropped down to third, which is a shame, because I was hoping that Senna would. I mean, it might not be Senna, but I imagine it will be. And I was hoping that he'd be a bit further back so that we could, get a little bit of a gap over him in these first 2 races. We're on the final lap now, and that's very welcome. .3 seconds back to the Ferrari. This has been too easy, and I say that without trying to be arrogant. That's not what I mean. I'm worried that this is going to be not so interesting if we're doing well, or finding it at least as easy as this, because there's been nothing for anybody to kind of. There's nothing of note that's happened. I've just got into the lead very, very early and then just carried it all the way to the finish line, which is great in terms of my hopes of winning the World Championship. Not so great for your viewing interest. But we win, and that's the best we've ever taken on this race as well. 4 minutes 43 seconds in total. Senna was indeed second in the end. Ferrari was third. We have 20 points from a possible 20, so a brilliant start to the season. Senna's in second, having got second place in both races, which is the only down point of the season so far. Keep up the good work. I do intend to, and to that end we start the San Marino weekend, and I think we're going to go for Ferrari again, because I don't think I'm going to win this race. Of course I hope I do, but I don't think I'm going to. This one I'm anticipating some problems. Not that it's as big a problem as it was at one point in the past, but I just still think I'm going to get caught in traffic at various times during this race. Took the corner quite well though this time. Nice. I mean, if I win this one, all bets are off, right? And the pressure will just get really, really high then. Because I'll be like, well, 3 wins from 3. You've got to start doing something. Okay, 8th position. That's more like what I expect, what I've come to expect, and what you've come to expect. Ferrari's up in pole position. He won't stay there, as we know. He will fall down to second and see third if we are able to catch up and overtake him. One on the inside there, and we've hit someone. As was expected, we hit somebody. Can't do that too often. Down to 13th. Oh no. Well, here you go. Struggling has recommenced again. Is that a word? Don't think I said it properly. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It started again. Thought that turn was going to allow me to go around the outside, but it didn't. Now we are falling quite a long way behind the leaders. We're in 11th. Yeah, so this is a bit more of a kind of come down to earth moment. In 11th place, a long way behind my rival. Kind of expected, but kind of wasn't, given the way I was talking before this race began, because I just had a lot of confidence having won the first 2 races of the season. I thought, okay, this might be our chance. Clearly, that was speaking too soon. 10 seconds behind my rival, 9th position. We're up to 8th. But yeah, long way behind my rival, and that is going to be a problem. We cannot catch him. Got to find a way to take that corner a little bit more speed than I am, because I slow down so much that everybody either drives away from me or catches me up. To 7th, less than 10 seconds behind my rival, but not exactly close to them. Up to 6th in the points then. Okay, well, we're recovering this a little bit. I think we need 2 points to guarantee staying joint top of the championship coming out of this race. So that's the first goal. Let's get 5th place. And there is 5th. Oh, I was worried there I was going to get in the collision. I'm still a bit worried about him because I can hear him buzzing just to the right of me. But we've gone past him. Okay, here's the next one. And up to 4th, are we? We are, but he's right there. And I need to get across. Well, there was a classic example there of me being very fearful of hitting another driver and falling back and it affecting my ability to turn the way I needed to turn through that last corner. Anyway, back up to 5th. Let's just try and get ourselves to 4th. I think 4th is a good result because it means that we guarantee staying in the lead of the championship going into Monaco. Final lap. We've got to catch this guy. I think it might be too much of an ask. Better. Took that one better that time. Is it well enough? Did we take it well enough though to catch this guy? Don't think so. But he's not miles ahead of us. We're catching him with each turn. We're obviously not going to catch the rival now. He's going to finish in 2nd place. But that's fine. 4th place isn't bad. I will take this. It's the same as we did last year. And that is alright. 4th place keeps us in the lead of the championship, as I said before. Got to be happy with that. And, well, I didn't see what happened to Senna. I didn't see the result of the race, but he didn't finish in the points at all. So we actually gained ground on him. We're now 11 points clear of Senna going into the 4th round of the championship. And the Bestwall of Dufay is the closest to me. Williams are not happy with me, but they should be because we're leading the championship. We just increased our gap to 7. And so it's Monaco, which will be the first race of our next episode. But that is today's episode. You'll notice there I nearly did indeed start doing this race as well as part of this one. But thank you for watching. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, keep on watching. We've got a full week of Ayrton Senna Super Monaco GP2 to bring you this week. Season 7, it's in its entirety. And episode 1 of that week really wasn't bad. So I'll catch you next time.